Take care of yourself now because your present and future depend on it. Health comes first always. No health equals no wealth. Wealth can usually be measured by a man's age. Of course, if you're unfit, then wealth should be the least of your worries. Self-care is just more than eating good and looking good. Taking care of oneself starts from the body to the mind and ends with the spirit. Sleep well. Sleep is the first and last thing we all do. Whether 12 a.m. is the start of the day or 6 a.m. Most people are asleep during those hours. A good night's sleep will determine the rest of your day. How you start your day is how you end it. Get at least 6 hours of sleep before 10 p.m. Sleep is also known to give you unlimited benefits and longevity. Slaving 60 to 80 hours of work a week on top of your daily activities can be stressing and miserable. That is why sleep is one of the most vital components for taking care of yourself. Meditation. Meditation, the answer to many problems, yet few ever apply it. The spirit is the most critical aspect of a higher life form. Our body is just a temporary vessel, while the mind can be transferred to another conscience or vessel. The spirit is eternal. It is energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, only transferred. Most of your mental state and thoughts are purely of the mind. Meditation allows one to relax or even control the mind. Life comes with stress, worries, fear, hatred, anger, and all the things that make up living. Not worth living. With meditation, all these can be reduced or eliminated at its core. For what it's worth, meditation should be on the top of your list on how to take care of yourself. The sooner you practice meditation, the sooner your life will change for the better. Work out 3 times a week. Exercise does more than just make you look fit, sexy, or confident. Exercise increases longevity, productivity, creativity, and pretty much anything you can ask for. I get it, you have limited time. The more reason to start working out. Studies do prove that short, intense workouts are actually better and just as effective as 45 minutes workout. Get the same result in half the time. Put in 2 hours of exercise a week to reap thousands of hours of benefits. Working out increases longevity 7 to 12 years depending on the individual. That's a number no one can resist. When one age, mobility can start to deteriorate. Well, working out is the cure to such things. No pills or medication. Start young or now, when death draws closer. Do you want to be erect and walking straight, or in a chair, bed, immobilized until death engulfs you? Think positive. Positivity can be the key to a joyous and great life. The same incidents and habits don't differ much between each human. A loss of a loved one is the same to everyone. Eating ice cream gives pretty much everyone the same butterfly feelings. What I'm saying is, we can choose to make the situation positive or negative. Would you rather be positive for the rest of your life or be negative? Life has given you pain, failure, suffering, blood, and fear. So how are you going to counteract such destructive forces? With positivity. Pain makes us stronger. Failure makes us smarter. Suffering makes us never to forget. Blood makes us bathe in its glory. Fear makes us courageous. Just think of all the unfortunate situations you let happen. Yet, when you think back, things didn't really go that bad, huh? Negativity was my way of living. For 13 years, such aura radiated all over my body. My life is not for me anymore. I like being positive. Truly makes living worth it. Try it, see what happens. Eat what your body needs. The flesh will manifest itself by external consumption. Your appearances, emotions, thoughts, and all the senses that we are gifted with is absolutely created by what you eat and drink. It would be wise for you to remember and take caution. Why do the Mediterranean people, Japanese and Koreans live to such an impressive age? It is because they eat food, real food, foods that heal you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Being vegan, carnivores, or whatever you feel so obligated to call yourself doesn't make you healthy. However, fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, goat milk, herbs, and natural, raw, organic food does. Eat what Mother Earth gave us, not man. Man cares for one thing only, money. Strength, beauty, motivation, and health deteriorates with each passing breath we take. However, eating a healthy diet will slow down its pace. Listen to your body. When signs of pain, tears, soreness, headache, and the like show itself, then you must turn to food. Don't just take care of your needs. Your body needs just as important, if not more. Go outside. Why do you think the sun has been worshipped since man walked the earth? As far as I know, our sun gives us life, a beautiful, worthy, and abundant life. It shelters us from the harsh weather and dangers that this universe holds. We need sunlight. Direct sunlight can be harmful if done in excess. Too much rainy days can eventually start to dampen even the best of us. Both have their ups and downs. Put your work desk or office next to your window. Unfold your curtains. Let the sun embrace you. Feel its loving and gentle rays. Because without her, Earth wouldn't exist. No Earth, no human, no good. Eat outside for a change. Do you hear what the birds are gossiping about? How about them squirrels always stealing my nuts? Oh, don't forget our waters. Blue, lagoon, transparent, filled with gorgeous and unknown life. The ocean. Think less, do more. Why 1 plus 1 equals 2? Why life exists? Why we have 2 lives? It just is. Don't ask, accept, and move on. Only worry and focus on what makes you happy. And do the utmost best that you can be your primary concern. When the critical and essential things matter too much to give waste to petty things, then you, my friend, will know peace. We possess intelligence, wisdom, a higher conscience, will, purpose, true love, and all the presents that the Maker bestowed upon us. However, not all treasures are what seems to be. Endless, useless, dark, random, helpless thoughts that plague our minds with each walking moment. 85% of those never happen, so don't worry if Taylor next door is banging her drums. If tomorrow comes, why nothing rhymes with orange? It doesn't matter. Tomorrow you'll have another 10,000 thoughts of random stupid thoughts, 99% of which will never happen. Appreciate life, don't fear it. We are life. Are not trees, animals, the ocean, wind, and everything which lives on and dwells this planet? Life is just so beautiful. Living in a society that employs corruption and prevents the happiness of its citizens does make it hard to accept such things. I know I've visited a few unfortunate areas in which everything is going to be alright is spoken to by the very few. So if you are living in an area not like such, then enjoy and appreciate life. Start living. Why must we exist? Give me death. Existence is for slaves and insects. What are we humans? We can choose to be whoever the hell we want to be. We possess purpose, a will, and everything that being a human means. Unfortunately, it is short-lived. That's why it is imperative that you live your life to the highest degree that you can possibly conceive. Live. It is easy to exist. If you are living your life, then death should be the least of your worries. Stop sitting all day. This one can be tough, especially as a writer and someone who lives, eats, and works with computers. Exercising, cooking, going outside, and studying helps with this epidemic. Humans used to walk everywhere for miles and miles, days and days. Now even the remote control is too far for your reach. Sitting is terrible, like super bad. We sit all day, then sleep another 8. Sitting leads to loads of effects on our lives and bodies. Drink lots of water, get up and move, work out, refill your water 15 times a day, pee every waking hour, stand up. Your body needs it. Take care of yourself and your body. Break bad habits. Not easy, gonna tell you as simple as a straight man can say it. Having outside forces and factors aid your quest to redemption is much needed. A road that's walked too much on can one day be the only road you walk. And I believe many of us already do that. Most third world countries live this life. Those who are barely making a living. Those who have not found their purpose or answers to the questions that they ask themselves daily. Breaking your addiction, overpowering the comforts of life, overcoming emotions without a try, mastering your mind, and make fear call you its God. I have come to realize and know it to be true in my short existence so far is that people who control life instead of life to control them are the ones that reap the benefit, eat the fruits of their labors, and live however she pleases. We want an easy life, but not all of us get what we want. So we have to fight for it, even if it takes a lifetime. What do you want in this life? Ask yourself, seriously, are you going to let bad habits die hard or die with a vengeance? Set free yourself from this endless cycle of torment. If you really want to quit smoking, then you'll find a way. If having money is what you want, then work like hell. Rely on yourself. Relying on mom and dad is a strategic and wise move, yet in the long run, it may backfire. We are cared, fed, loved, and educated in the first 18 to 24 years of our lives. Afterward, it's all you. Animals are defending and taking care of themselves when they have reached 1/10 of their life expectancy. Being a human means pain, love, joy, hate, anger, death, rage, lust, and all the things that life brings with us be felt and dealt with daily. 18 years being sheltered, guided, cared for, and loved only makes it more difficult to fight such things alone. Yet it can be done. If you want something, then you have to do it yourself. We must learn, educate ourselves, try new things, never stop learning or giving up. Rely on and care for the one person that should matter the most to us, ourselves. Working 9 to 5 at your job for 20 years, then watching TV and relaxing afterwards yields no nourishment or maturity to the body, mind, or spirit. If you wish to live in a mansion, then work for it. If you desire to marry a beautiful spouse, then start talking. If you yearn for happiness, then create it. What is the big deal? Drink water all day. Drinking is just as important as eating, but 100 times easier. It's so easy to drink beer, sodas, juice, non-water beverages because it's addicting taste. Your body requires water, pure 100% H2O. Other drinks should be a rewarding factor or consumed once or twice a week. What have you done all day? Do you deserve a hot, fresh cappuccino? Or do you drink it because you have done so for the past 10 years? Water is bland, boring, overrated, and yet without it, we humans wouldn't last a couple of days. Water truly is life. Most of your organs are made out of water. Humans are lazy by nature and choose the path of least resistance, whether that be by choice or natural development. Drinking water all day isn't easy when there are millions of beverages out there that taste better and make you feel good. If you honestly want to take care of yourself, then drink water. Add lemon juice, apple cider vinegar juice, tea, light coffee, and fruits to make it more enjoyable and healthy. Education is number one. Religion is not number one. Love is not number one. Food and water is not number one. Without education, we wouldn't be able to comprehend such things. Who wrote the Bible? Did not man. Where does true love come from? By finding your other half. How does one prepare food or filter water? Through knowledge. Education is the answer to everything, even more than action. Education is vague for it implies to all things. Yet the advancement of a civilization is measured by their knowledge. The more you study and learn, the more you know. What does your body need? How are you going to face your fears? What must you do to live life with meaning? Educate yourself and answers will be revealed in due time. I genuinely believe with all my might that education is the single most important thing in this universe. Long ago, our ancestors relied on sticks and stones, but times have changed. Today, the more educated you are, the more you are worth. Never stop learning and never stop bettering yourself. 10 minutes for you. The wealthy, successful, and influential give themselves at least 10 minutes a day. That could be meditation, yoga, stretching, thinking, exercising, deep breathing, and anything that gets them ready for the day or better themselves. During this time, focus and care for yourself. The world is full of turmoil, noises, and distractions. Check the outside world and go into yours. Relax and breathe. How do you expect to enhance yourself if you can't even set aside 10 minutes a day for yourself? If you want to take care of your body, mind, and spirit, then it is crucial that you set even more time. 10 minutes is the minimum. You know what happens when you put in the least effort, right? You get in the same proportion that you give. Be the best that you can. There is just too many ordinary in this world. The only way for you to do that is by giving yourself time. Some people devote their whole life to themselves. What's more important? How others feel about you or how you feel about yourself? When you stop caring about what others think and start thinking about yourself, then it will be that much easier to live and improve yourself. Realize that money isn't everything. Happiness is the most sought after wish. Fortunately, happiness doesn't cost a thing. Unfortunately, billions believe it is. Therefore, it is to them. I work whenever I get the chance to because my job is my passion. Others work because mouth needs to be fed and shelter must be provided. Becoming a minimalist makes living easier and frees you from many materialistic torments. I'm a minimalist. I have 2 luggages and 1 bag. That is my work life. The world is my home and my feet is my transportation. Money helps and one can get anything materialistically. What is the point of being the wealthiest guy in the world if you can't even enjoy living? What is the point of being the poorest guy in the world if everything brings you joy? It all boils down to the individual. Your attitude and perception to everything can alter how you live your life. Our ancestors survived for millions of years in a cashless society. Now a piece of paper controls our life. Are you willing to surrender your happiness in exchange for $1 billion? Alternatively, would you rather surrender $1 billion for happiness?